it's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This crypto rival, the real that drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
Double A, double up. Yeah. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. 2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wake. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff is silent. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mix is drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital. The dash digital. Go. Digital. Digital. The cash digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital. Stepping like Marty McFly. Stepping, I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why. I never doubted me why. I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win. I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend. Only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids. That's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends. Had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win. You know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold. I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb. I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital. The dash digital. Go. Digital. The cash digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my wife. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. My biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a run and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital. The dash digital. Go. Digital. The cash digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital. money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. In my house, don't need no tour. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. If I got it, they got it, got it. Fairly strong, they solid, solid. For them empty my pockets. If I got it, we got it, got it. Foundation been solid, solid. Taking off like a rocket, yeah. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour.
Check 1 2 1 2.
In my house, don't need no tour. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, I love you so. Yeah, I love you so. I love you too. Family so lit, they say we should make it YouTube, but we don't do that. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Pour. In my house, don't need no tour. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dawg. My name is Lane, and I will be your guide through the charts tonight. Here on the 1 hour, taking a look at Bitcoin futures, and specifically, over on MexC Exchange. This is my personal trading chart right here, the one that I'm actually guiding myself by as win my personal trades. I've got the target right down here. We are right now at it at 65,561, where we might, there's a possibility of catching a little bounce here. A lot of things could be going on. We could be on the positive note on the 1 hour, coming down here, maybe get a bounce through that way, making a inverted head and shoulders pattern could be happening. Might be what we're looking at. That would be awesome. Ichimoku Cloud says, I'm the wrong color for you to really be busting up to the upside. I might have something else planned for you. So we got to look to a little bit of the bearish side. Now, this is where Lucy comes into play. For those of you that are not familiar with Lucy, and it's a moving average that I have on my channel. Not trying to endorse it, but after back testing it, I've got to say that it is relevant. That particular moving average is this one right down here. It's red. It's red for a purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first time around. I have to introduce you to someone. And this is Lucy. Lucy is a special moving average that I bring out every once in a while when I just want to get a heads up on what's really going on with price action. And what I can tell you about Lucy is that she's above the orange moving average here, much bigger moving average. This is the 800 moving average. Lucy is that little devilish number, the 666. And I know it sounds crazy, but zoom out for yourself and you'll see that she's very relative to price action and where price action can go, or what might be stopping price action from going somewhere. And she's coming in right up here with one of my Fibonacci retracements that I've not used in a minute. Oh, it's not you. When I pull swing high or swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy. I'm looking at my bearish target down here at 63,000. That's my 1.272 Fibonacci. I'm not saying we're going there, but if we are going to make a lower low, that's my first guess. And Lucy's over here saying, I just can't wait to just come up here and just snag that right with you. So will we bounce off of Lucy? Hard to say. I'm usually used to seeing her getting mad at price when it comes up to meet her and just kind of bashing it down, you know, like the hateful little thing that she is. Can she bash us back up to the top? Maybe so. Now, if you pay attention to my dotted lines here, and this is our local time frames, when we zoom out, it may appear a little bullish or a little bearish. We'll just have to kind of figure that out. I'm just starting out on the smaller time frame here, just because this is what everybody's afraid of. Now, this other moving average I have over here is a 365 moving average, or 360. I'm sorry, it's 360. It's a nice one to chart too. You see how price interacts with that, with support. Now it's resistance, so we've lost that one too. We'll basically be looking at hopefully a range between these two until we come back up to regain this 200 moving average. On the plus side, our heaviest weighted moving averages, the 800, the 666, the 360, and the 200, they're all in bullish formation with momentum going to the upside. So where the most force is, it is still to the upside. So let's don't forget about that. So what we've got going on here, likely coming to the 800 moving average area around 61,827 through here. Probably be about as low as we see. There's also apparently a trend line down here. And I'm doing this totally reversible. It's what I normally start on the bigger time frames, and you should. We just happen to be on the smaller one. The bigger ones are going to give you the truth. The smaller ones just help you see what's going on in real time, right? So we just saw what's going on in real time. Here's the 4 hour. And what it can reveal to us is that our 9 moving average, that's this green one over here, just got rejected off of this 100 moving average. So a little down to the down could come into play. And even on this time frame, if you're following the 200 moving average, it is slowly creeping up here to our little magical fib area of 61,800. Now, should we not be able to reclaim this 100 moving average? And again, I will reiterate, even here, all of our moving averages are in up mode, okay? If we do any dropping, we're just bouncing the tap off of one of these guys. None of these are bearishly crossing. Everything is still up. So don't get freaked out. Don't get too freaked out. Hey, do you remember? Do you remember this guy, this little trend line that we broke out of? I don't think we're in danger of hitting it, but this one here that was support for, you know, this pattern, if we extend that on up, that one could offer us some support. That's giving us a little bit more confidence around this area, around 62,000-ish. Just throwing that out there. But if all goes to hell, maybe 58. That's where our daily 50 moving average comes into play. So right now, I did this totally ass backwards. But when you're zooming out here on the daily, look, our 21 moving average is holding us so far. As far as our candle closes and our candle bodies go, we're good here. Now, if we lose it, yeah, come down. Look for that. So we're at an area, I would expect for them to park us here on a Friday, but here we are on a Monday. I find it very interesting. We have not got a bearish cross of the 9 over the 21 on the daily. So we can bounce between this range. Now the 9 moving average is coming in 69,400-ish. So the bigger time frames are saying we got a possibility to bounce through here. So it's not all bearish, but if it is bearish, you got a game plan? Protecting yourself, doing a little risk management right now on your trades, kind of backing off a little bit, slacking up on some of that leverage because, you know, you've seen they can slap prices up and down pretty effectively with the low liquidity that we have on these exchanges. That's one of the biggest things that we need to be aware of in this market, in my personal opinion. But we're not here to talk about Bitcoin. We just kind of look at it as a whole to give us an idea. We're here to talk about altcoins. But before we can jump into altcoins, well, First, we got to jump over to chat because they let me know if my microphone is on. And say hello to everybody. All the beautiful people hanging out with me today. We got Strega, we got Rising Sun. Good to see you here, man. And now this thing quit working on me. We got Dave Forget and Sam Webb. How's it going, guys? Dave says, I'm waiting for the week. I'm waiting the weekly close Sunday. Then I'll panic. Waiting for the weekly close. Ain't no shame in that game. Look here on the 4 hour, man. We're in no man's land. We're bearish. There's no doubt we're bearish right now. On the smaller time frames, the Ichimoku cloud has sucked us into it, is spitting us out on the other side like it should do. But we got this red over here that's forming, and if it starts getting thicker and we start getting closer to it, it's going to suck us back in and throw us out on the other side. That's what we're waiting for. The game is how far will we go before we get sucked back into the cloud. And when we play the moving average games here on the 4 hour, it says 200 moving average may come into play. Just throwing it out there, babies. Just throwing it out there. Don't want to see it any more than you do. Want to see some support here where we're getting it temporarily, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stick. It could. It could. Let me give you just a little ray of hopium here that points to a sign where things could turn around. A first sign that things will be turning around. Our first little bullish indication here on Bitcoin on the 4 hour is that our 9 moving average is above the 21. It's bullish. It's begging for us for price to come back to the 9 and get above it. That's what it's begging for. And if we see that happen here on the 4 hour, maybe I should go to Christmas tree candles so you can see just how desperate. Ooh, Christmas tree candles. It just closed bearishly over that. That's interesting. So what's more reliable? The Harkanashi candles that have not yet closed over there, or the regular Christmas tree ones that have closed over there? That's an interesting question. I'm leaning with the Harkanashi. They work for me very well. I don't know. I see a lot of people using the Christmas tree candles and they freak out a lot more than I freak out. I'm just saying. I likes it. And to me, the 4 hour looks pretty good. Let me check the 2 hour. 2 hour sucks. Let me check the 6 hour. 6 hour, we're below it, but might they cross negatively here? Yeah, could. I mean, it looks like they're going. It's a little bit bullish. There might be some hope. The bigger picture sits down, though, doesn't it? The bigger indicators say more to now. But you still do not forget this little bit of opium that might be playing out, because this is what it feels like when it does. Where are you, Mr. Pattern?
Told mama I'ma break the trend. Locked in, I'ma change the weight. Working for big baby's kids. Hard times couldn't make the rent. Working hard couldn't save a cent. Lonely nights, just me and God. Swear to him, always made the ends. Grab a paper, see
you might get something like this going. That's our hopium. That's our hopium. We're looking for something like that. And that would bring us back up to these areas around 70, 71, 72. Take a look at total 3. This is where the problem is right now, and we're getting beat up in our altcoins. So let's look at it on the bigger picture. What are we doing here, man? And for this one, I'm just going to zoom out. We're going to zoom out. The bigger scope of things, we're in a megaphone pattern. It looks like we got rejected up here at the toppies. See if we can come down to a smaller time frame where I can kind of narrow in on this a little bit better. I have to draw it to that wick now that we have it, or to that candle body now we have it. It confirms on wicks down here. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Everything that I'm seeing looks bullish, although there can be a drop back and we could lose about $80 billion, but still be bullish. I know it's crazy, right? But our 9 moving average here on the 5-day is back at that area. But Ichimoku cloud looks good, man. We've had rising volume, or rising price with rising volume, and that's just a strong move in the altcoins. So our altcoins have been moving strong. Ichimoku cloud says, yeah, baby, they're still going to go strong, but they can get that pullback, and you need to be ready for it. Every indicator I got here says, man, it looks strong. It look good. Y'all, it look real good. I ain't got no bearish divergence on it, man. It look good. No. It look good. So So you got that going for you with altcoins, a little pullback. Hey man, it happens. Get ready for it. You need tough skin in this market, baby, because you're going to get some big pullbacks in altcoins. Some of them might pull back, some of them will still be doing strong, and you kind of see that. AVAX is doing really good. So pulling back by a trend line that we would hope to hold in this one. Doesn't have to come all the way back to test the bottom of the trend line, normally what it does. But if it does not, if we get a partial decline, my projection is that little angle, well, yeah, maybe you wick below this trend line. I hope you do not. I hope you don't. But looking at it this way, maybe the drop won't be as severe, right? But things do need to cool off a little bit. Look at our MACD here. Here's our giveaway. We got a bearish cross on our MACD for total 3. Now, there is a chance that, you know, she can flip-flop. And, you know, we look for a candle that maybe doesn't close as deep and they start coming back up. That can happen. Or this could just be, hey, man, we got to take a break for a while. It's too early to tell right now. MACD is a little bit of a lagging indicator, a little bit late to the party, but the news that she brings is usually pretty important, so we don't want to negate that. MACD suggests that, yeah, our 9 moving average here may not hold us. We may not get that little bounce off of it right now. But one sign that I'm pretty sure nobody's talking about, because few people use these moving averages. The 200 did cross the 800. Now that is equivalent to a golden cross. That's bullish. That's bullish as all get out, really. That's really good. Now, it's maybe having an effect kind of like our 100 moving average has when it crosses the 200, where price kind of pulls back a little bit. Might see that. So overall, I see bullishness with just a little correction, man. It got overheated. It got overheated. That's all, baby. That's all. But it gives us some juicy prices for some altcoins, and it lets some others continue to be the strong ones that they are. But right now on the daily, looking at the top 100, man, it is all in the red, not only for the day, but mostly for the week. It's been tough out there, fella. It's been tough, but it's also been a bargain hunt in time. If you've had the dry powder on the side, did you have the dry powder on the side? Do you need to step up your game and dry powder collected in this? I know I do, but at least I got some dry powder on the side. I planned on actually doing something else with it, but it may go back to a good deal if I come across one. Wait, don't jump in too early. It's there for the big red days. Drinking the Kool-Aid. But the whole market looks a little bit on the red side, no doubt about it. Even AVAX is taking a little bit of a pullback. Look at you. I thought you were just rocking the world. Went up to our other target here. I believe, if I've got that color coded right, I think that's a Bukowski measure move. $60.29. It got as high, almost reached this little area. Can't get mad when it don't nail your targets. You can just say, hey man, do I need to look back and refine something, or have you just ain't made it there yet? Got up as high as $65 for AVAX, man. We were sitting down here at $40. Even when she dropped down to 29, and they're, oh God, no. Interesting. We turn off these bigger moving averages here before they distract us all. So this is fairly played out. Would you not say it's time to look at this one anew on AVAX? What can the charts tell us now with all this yummy new information that we've got? First things I'd like to do is establish that bottom trend line, or most relevant trend line. That one's very important in my book. Take that up to the top here, and ooh, now we look like we might have a channel. We got 3 touches on one side, almost. If I bring it down enough to this little range here, I have to cut through a candle there. I'll count those as 2 touches, and I'll consider that valid on this time frame. Looking at it on the 4 hour, man, baby, baby, baby. So we usually bounce off the ranges, right? Don't forget that we did break out of a kind of a pattern there, and we've been retesting it. So the first place that I would look for AVAX to come back to would be somewhere in this area, about $53. We're at $57.95 now, and that would be a nice little juicy place to get it. If you look a little bit over to the left over here to the top of tops, draw a little line from there. That's also a nice little target to shoot for. Somewhere in this neighborhood, about $49, $48. We get to most of the candle tops there and identify that. We got this little wick down here, and that's kind of like a support resistance flip area. We'd assume we want to see hold. Doesn't have to. Play with trend lines just a little bit. You can also see we got this little area. I like trend lines. They're so helpful. And gosh darn it. Road Dawg, you do TA different ways every time. There's always different ways to look at it. I'll show you a little variation. You'll find that generally things just overlap. That's why you watch one person, and you may not agree how they got their answers, but you look and it may coincide with the answers that you got yourself or someone else got. Look at that. Pull a little fib and see what happens. This little area we identified over here corresponds with the 382. This area that we pulled over here is a little bit below the 0.5, but hey, it's close enough. And 46 comes in another 618. So either way you go, you got some confluence right there in those areas. If I were to pull this little guy up here to that toppy top, look, it comes right at that. Whoop. Boom. Comes right at that. Maybe I should just put it back with that one. I remember I took it down to, I said, well, maybe it should come down to the wicks. And still, I do say that because it can break through that 0.5 and wick down there. Anyway, isn't that just an amazing little discovery? And the more you know. Dum, 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 dum. So there's some nice little target. I got them to the wrong colors. That one's pretty juicy. This one's pretty juicy. If you take a layering approach to buy in, then more weight down here, a little less weight up here, and or if that's too much falling knifey for you, then you just wait for a bounce, confirm bounce. I likes it. AVAX. Avalanche. Looks like she's trying to do some big things, man. She could do some damage. Do you want to know a price prediction for Avalanche? Are you guys up for a price prediction in Avalanche? Want to know where Avalanche, where I think Avalanche can go? Just based on the TA, on the tatas. What does the tata say? Well, that was good. That's a very simple computation that I do here. Ooh, don't that look like a juicy area right here? $93. I likes that at $93 for Avalanche. Color code that little guy yellow because that is my 618 Fibonacci. Look how beautiful that this area pops into our 786 area. It's just amazing. Fibonacci is such a beautiful system. So elegant. Elegante. Oh, you know it. You knew it was coming. That's got to be my favorite fib of all. But wait, there's more. These are just hopium targets, but mathematically, you know, they got a pretty good odd of hitting, I must say. So rather than just throwing a number in the air, I think we can go to $332. You know, if we throw a little something that's got something weight and some history behind it that actually proves itself to be fairly dang accurate, I lean with these fibs, man. And if you want a hopium target, you're giving us too much. very closely. Let's move on with it, Road Dawg. All right, let's get rid of this fib. I just got to do some color coding so I remember what these guys are. If I don't do that, I will misread my chart. It sucks when I misread a chart. What about $372? Is that good enough for your hopium-addicts out there? Hopium, that's with an H, YouTube. Hopium. Don't shadow ban me again for little love. I'm just got 1,000 people. Personally, I'm looking at $185 as a nice juicy target to where I can see some, some serious pullbacks on AVAX. But, if AVAX really takes off, we got a nice little window. Remember, time-wise here, we're looking about the end of 2025 with a possibility of maybe even carrying into early 2026. So you got to kind of make sense with this trend line hold, even if the trajectory that we're on now. How far up could we possibly see till we get to those areas? This one lines up with December 2025. This one lines up with early spring. So might we see more realistically these areas for the bigger time frame? I think so, unless they just go buck naked wild. And if things go buck naked wild, well, these are my buck naked wild targets. But realistically, I'm looking right here. Okay. Although I got to say, man, if you get your really hopium shoes on and you connect the 2 dots over here, it is not out of the question for even higher than what we got. Just throwing that out there. Hey, Vax. That's my 2 Satoshis. So tonight is DEGEN night. That means pretty much it's request night. If you guys have anything that you want to take a look at, because I'm going to pull up some crazy stuff. There's no telling. So I'm trying out my new buttons here. Ha. There we go. So lately we've been going over some coins that look really hot, poised to do some big moves on the charts. I think some that have some good use cases and things like that too. Right now we're just getting a little bit of a pullback. It's a good time to look at the coins that you really think are strong ones, that you really like, those coins that you missed the opportunity to get out of or to pack your bags back into. Start making a plan to get back into them. Altcoins will be taking off. It's just inevitable, but we're just getting a pullback. So as altcoins start pulling back to these areas, like this 9 moving average, after we start seeing a little bit more dumpy dump that possibly could be coming on the weekly time frame, I hate to say that, but it's overly bullish, but with a chance of correction. Again, did we do this? We did this on AVAX. Just a few little areas that we might find a little saving grace here. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to go lower, but it didn't. Another 40-50 billion maybe coming out, or maybe not. We got Wells playing games with us right now, people. Wells, are they good at it? When you look at the bigger picture of things though, it looked good. MACD on the weekly for total 3 altcoins straight up, baby. She's not even showing the first sign of tiredness. 5-day, no, not the first sign of tiredness. It's only right here till we get to the 3-day and the daily where we got that bearish cross. So what we got going on, in my personal opinion, might last maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Something to maybe put a little dent here. Maybe we'll get another little ducky lip. I don't know, man, but we're just now starting to see it starting to curve here. It's going to take it a little while to move the 5 down, to move the weekly down. But our monthly, man, our monthly is just freaking getting started on altcoins, right? Just getting started. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. What you want to look for is for it to get back up to this level right here on MACD. That's some growth factor right there for altcoins. It is a good time, in my personal opinion, to be adding to your most favorite, highly loved, or highly performing positions. Our beloved QNT. Let's take a look at you. That's not a DEGEN coin. I guess it depends on your definition to DEGEN. This looks like a bunch of mucky muck. We're going to erase everything here because it's, I mean, I know we got targets. Targets were hit here. I got a few higher ones, which, you know, don't hold your breath. Let's take a look at it with fresh eyes. This peak was when? In October 2022, right? I'm gonna see what it says. What say you, peak? Well, those levels seem to hold pretty well, match up pretty well. Lines up really well. Bigger ones always win in my book. QNT. Wow, man. I'm over here on the daily, trying to make some sense of QNT. A little bit of a nice rounded shape there, but golly, kind of roundy. I don't think I would call you an Adam and Eve, even though this is pointy and that is, if you zoom out, it's got a little bit around. It's got some jaggedness to it too. But the roundingness, the curvingness is keeping me from making this into a wedge as it just gets, yeah, it can work. It can work. All right, so my rule is not to cut through candle bodies in whatever time frame that I'm charting. I can't get a good read on that. I can't get enough touches to confirm that. Now, if I bring it down here to this area, use this one. Anyway, that's old news. I was trying to get a measure moon, just to kind of get an indication of where we're going. Current pattern that we're in right now is pretty interesting, though. It's one of those, which we like, especially after being in a bottom and we start forming one of those after it rounds or while it's rounding. And remember, there's a little bit of a triangle there too, which I'll also look for. I look for these two things together. Previously over here, we did this, lost that, retested it right here. Could include that. So, same pattern. But when they break, you know, it's not that. But when they break, they're not that bad. In general, usually the pullbacks are not that bad, or the breakdowns to the downside are not that bad.
Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24.
So we're looking at QNT, the little slow poke in my portfolio that looks like it's going to promise big gains, but with the opportunity cost, I mean, why if I put all that money into Caspa? Well, even with a pullback, I would be up a lot more than I'm in QNT. Now, locally, we got some nice rounding there, nice flagging going on. That's pretty nice there too. Also, another megaphone pattern that's occurring down here. We're above the 200 moving average. That's the main thing that I want to see on the daily. We're above the 200 moving average on the daily. I'm pretty cool with it. Don't like that wick. There's a good I know you don't hear it, but there's a good chance to come back and retest that 200 moving average. I know it sucks to say that, but this trend line here doesn't hold. 107. Oh god, I'll be coming back in the picture. You suck, QNT. You totally suck for making me rich. Right now. Step up your game, baby. Rising Sun says Reef. Let's take a look at Reef. Pick it up over here on Binance. Ooh. Uh-huh. Well, this is Reef. We had a trade set up for Reef. What is this? What happened here? What is this? Okay, and clearly, well, that was never supposed to be anything like that. Apparently there was I don't know what kind of trade setup that would be. Apparently we did have a trade setup that played out. Nice little thing that we had going on here again. Now this, if you're following it, you could also say we got triangle and one of those patterns, and look, it broke to the downside, and I know it sucked, right? We were able to catch at least most of that. Look, what do we have here? I don't know that got hit. No, but this one did. So plotting that down, take a measure move from there. Caught that there. And then what did it do, man? Well, it broke back into the pattern. And what happened when it did that? It went back crazy, right? Shot up to the top of the pattern. Not just that, past it, went up to our other target, the 618, which seemed like, oh my God, that'll never happen. But if you had a limit order sitting in that area, you would have sniped it, nailed it. Awesome. So this is what we've been having. Let's get rid of all that. That's what's played out. So far, every target got hit for the setup. Just saying. Just saying. All the other YouTubers are bragging and they're getting more subscribers. So clearly that's how you get more subscribers. You have to brag. Look, we nailed it. Oh, we're awesome. We're the greatest channel ever. We make more millionaires on this channel than whatever. All right, so let's zoom out and let's take a realistic look and see what's going on now. What do we have now that we can work with? Still in accumulation, coming in that Ichimoku cloud on the weekly. But we're not out of the woods yet. Still got a fight ahead of her. So we're going to still stick with this little area. This looks like a support resistance flip area between here. So I'm going to take the swing high. We're going to stick with this little guy. Same fib that we were using, yeah. I mean, we could zoom out. We could move it back up to, let's see, you jumped here, went up. One of these two. This one seems to play in better. Well, I can do that. That kind of plays in a little bit, or at least right here. And instead of the 618 is the 382 area, so they're in harmony. So if we treat this as the accumulation, we want to see it break up above 0.0038 for Reef. And once it does that, retest that area solidly, you know, opens a candle over here instead of wicking and dropping below. Once it confirms breaking above that area, then we can be a lot more confident in reaching these other areas. And looking to the left, I mean, I know 0.0082 looks nice and juicy, and that might get rejected there. Good chance. But all three of these little fib areas, looking over to the left, in this little cluster of madness that went on over here, look like excellent targets. So it's worthy to just go ahead and play them all. We are in excellent trading season, man. You could look at this as a trader or as an accumulator, because this is definitely accumulation zones for playing this for the bigger time frames or for the bigger hold. I mean, this is smart to accumulate through here and hold it long term. There are some areas up here that you can take profits and play with the portion of it. I don't know. I don't know what your strategy is, but whatever it is, if you're looking for some places to play around with it, 0.008, 0.01, and 0.0114 are juicy areas to do that. Color code that little guy. Whoa, don't go to the news yet. I forgot we're doing news, aren't we? So eventually, I don't know, sometimes, I mean, you'll see some symmetry. So it looks like we may be doing some of this, and we've seen some of this pattern where it makes something that looks like a wild head and shoulders. Might see something like that happen. And it may take a little while to do it. Wow, don't take too long. We've only got 18 months, people. We've only got 18 months. I'm going to start doing this on my bigger charts here. I'm going to just, two areas I'm interested in for maybe some tops would be somewhere around April 2025. And then probably also December of this year. Curious what's going to happen in quarter four, and then also somewhere around November 2025. So between now and then, we've got to do a big U shape and then come up. So kind of curious. It's going to have to be some really intensive weeks of pumpy pump coming after some slow consolidation at some point. I don't know. I think these lines help keep things in perspective on the bigger time frames. I liked it, but imagine if it comes up here to 3 cents from where we are at 0.003. Yeah, that's 100x. AP says, take a look at Paul. Paul's not been doing that great lately, has it? I've got a very small bag, I mean a tiny bag of it over on CoinEx playing it, and it's just not, it's not been moving very much at all. So Paul Swap, Gate.io's got it. Oh, because I got Paul's own. I don't have the right thing. That could explain a lot. Well, I'm not very happy. That's something you got to be cautious of in crypto. A lot of them have the same tickers on different exchanges, and I bought Paul thinking that I was getting Paul Swap, and clearly it's telling me here that I got Paul's own. And that's my stupidity. And that's also what's on MexC. So if you're buying this over on MexC thinking, oh, I'm getting Paul Swap, may not be. Maybe something, maybe Paul's own. So we're looking at Paul Swap, right? And let's make sure I got the right one too. I'm watching over here in the chat for Dave P. You may have, might not realize you have the right one or wrong one either. I don't know. So this is Paul. Okay, so Paul Swap. And this is the weekly, which looks very clustered. Daily gives us more information. So for the actual Paul Swap, we're following this channel, broke up to the upside, and then it came back and went right back into it. Boom. What happens when you go right back into it? A lot of times you come right back to the bottom of it. And here we caught support on the 200 moving average. I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff off so that we're below area. So take a fresh look at this little guy. That'll be interesting. All right. Nice roundingness. Then we came up crazy high, right? That was a nice move. Fell back down, retesting the 200 moving average on the daily. Good place to look for a bounce. Don't want to lose that moving average at all. That's huge in our, we're bearish when we lose the daily moving at the 200, just bearish. And we're flirting with that area. So that's one of the best targets to have right now. This area right, oh, that's going to be a problem. And you got that going on now. You got this is what I really should be looking at right there. It's just a secondary trend line I'm drawing there that it seems to be respecting, and I think these two will meet, and I think that would be a great little spot. Oh god, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros and 16,285. We're at all those zeros in 17,186, so a drop in just a little bit more. And that's at our 786 fib area right there, right? Yeah, I like that. Okay. If you want a target, a guesstimated target, where we can go, if we bounce at that area, which we are likely to finally bounce at the 786 and the 200 moving average on the daily, it's more probable on your side that it's going to, and likely that if you're in this long enough that you will see these targets. This should be where it's kind of naturally trying to go to, according to Fibonacci theory.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's going to be a straight up shot there, but it doesn't mean that it's not either, because this one likes to do straight up shots when she gets rolling. So the headache part is still going to be in this area right over here. Probably a little bit more so because she's been struggling. She's been making a little higher highs and a little higher highs, so maybe she'll knock it out this time and find support and break to the upside of it. And if you kind of look at what we got, local pattern wise, is a little bit of a megaphone-ish if we ignore most of this, which I don't like to do, but that's just kind of the areas we're watching right now. So that's at 0.000000. 7 zeros and 34.66. That should be about 2x from where we are now, right? About 120% from the areas that we hope to get down to. All right, so basically, all I'm saying is that this one's not bad. Not bad. Somebody play this one. Come down here and we come back up. Just retest these areas right over here, 618 Fibonacci. That's 100% gains. You can moonbag this guy, take your capital out, let the rest of it ride. Comes up here, makes 200%, comes up to our secondary target up here, 225%. This could be a nice little play. I likes it. If it does it, I don't know how long it'll take it. We're on the daily time frame. It could take it, could take it 2 months to get that, to do that. So let's our price there. So this just right at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 zeros and a 5 basically, and 7 zeros and a 5, 5, and front run that a little bit, and you pretty much got our targets. In a moment, it says, what coin is PawSwap built on? Off the top of my head. Why am I having trouble with this? You can tell I don't use PawSwap. I keep giving up the news. It's a good question, though. Let's get an answer. A solid answer, because I like solid answers. PawSwap didn't match any of my records. It's because I misspelled it. Paul Chain. They got it on the Ethereum. Paul is an ERC20 token with a total supply of 1 quadrillion born on the Ethereum blockchain. This is Paul. Then this is Paul Swap. That's a lot. About half of it's in circulating supply, almost. About 42% of it is. $7 million market cap, very tiny. But she is on the Ethereum chain, which is very expensive. What is the other Paul? The one that I got, the one that I ended up buying. What was it called? Paul Zone or something? What is that? What kind of janky coin that I, no wonder I'm looking at it like, why ain't you doing something? Why? Well, there's me some liquidity for buying something else. Paul Zone right here. What is this? Because it's got 5 zeros and something too. So easy to get these mixed up. This one's also on Ethereum. Paul tokens can be traded on the decentralized exchanges and centralized. I don't know what that means. Wait, what are you guys? All-time high was $5,700 8 months ago for this. What kind of crap coin did I get into here? Paul Zone, what are you? Because clearly I don't know about something I'm not familiar with, like an idiot. That's my little DEGEN saying, oh, let's buy it. Website, PaulZone.io. What is you? What is you? Paul Zone. Yeah, what can Paul Zone? Shiba Inu? What? The portal to our applications for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Oh. Well, okay, maybe you're not a total loser. I don't know. Applications. Paul's R, Paul Phi. Oh, Shiba's trying to. We're on the Shiba ecosystem. Okay, so we got two. We got Paul Swap, which is not associated with Shiba, and then Paul Zone, which is. And what does Paul Zone look like? Because that's the one I got. Let's chart it over on the exchange. I got it. That doesn't look horrible. I mean, it don't look great. But if this is a bottom, it's a little bit, well, right at there. It could be a bottom. Retesting this area here for more upside. It's not above the daily 200 moving average though. 4 hour it is, so it may have a start to it. Maybe some promise there. I hope so. This area is going to suck for it. Somewhere around 5 zeros and 62. Which is about double from where we are. So if I put a limit order in there to sell it at that price, from where we are now, I should have at least a gain of about 60%. So there's my exit strategy right there. Right, other YouTubers don't talk about screwing up and buying the wrong coin and how to get out of it. We still make mistakes, everybody. I think sharing mistakes actually help us learn most. You better not lose this area, Paul. I'm gonna come and hunt you down. I know some people that track you down. You gonna... You better revisit that code or do something, mister. We come looking for you. I know some people. And they don't like nerd programmers hiding in their basements, mama's basements either. No problem, man. Wanza Mudio says, what do you think of CWS? Not familiar with it off the top of my head. Let's take a look at it. Seascape Crowns. That's what I'm coming up with. And I am on the most horrible site to tell me. It works on the phone. On your mobile, CoinGecko gets you information like what the project is and stuff. On the website, can't find it. So we got a $3 million market cap. Ooh, risky or juicy, depends. Total supply is 7.6 million. Circulating supply is 4.8 million. Maximum supply is 10 million, so almost half of it in circulation. I like that, actually. Price action looks flat overall, like most things from a bear market. Price history goes back to early 2021, so it was launched in the bull market last time. Got its heyday. Looks like it did pretty good, and then dropped. Maybe has some potential here. Could it see its recent high last time? Maybe. Could it see a fraction of that, like 68% of it? Or 61% of it? I would at least hope for that, and that sounds like even that, even if it fails to make a higher high, it still have to be a good come up. All-time high was $58.90 on March 16th, 2021, 3 years ago. It is down 98%, 98.92 to be exact, making it a juicy prime picking for the investor if it's got a solid use case or something. Then, yeah, this one is a gold mine. But we got to make sure it's got a good use case. Good use case, I mean something real practical, like something that, you know. What is the Seascape Network and what are crowns? Seascape Network is an incentivized ecosystem of gamers, developers, and influencers, gamifying the process of onboarding new users into a DeFi ecosystem from start to finish and removing complex barriers. Oh, let's take a look at it. I don't see it as being the world game-changing thing, like it's, but it's still got what it takes to make some X's. Gaming, that's going to be a big thing. I'm not, you know, I'm not a gamer, so it's not like just, oh my God, I gotta go. With that being the biggest part of my portfolio. Although I got exposure. Play now. Block lords. Let's get it. Sign in or sign up. Sign out. That's what I say. Okay, well, let's take a look at it. Look what, okay. Gaming play that. Oh, look, Binance, Polygon, Immutable X. Now we got, we're talking. Now we're talking. What else you got? Tell me some more. Seascape DAO. What else you got down there? Well, yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure I don't have to be worried about checking GitHub. It's, yeah, I always do, but announcements, announcements. What you got? Announcement. It's a gamer company. They have to be building on GitHub, but yeah, do check. Whatever. What is Seascape Network? Has two main functions. It's a robust gaming platform for bleeding edge Web3 games, and it provides builders with comprehensive infrastructure solutions to develop Web3 games. At launch, Seascape Network has 3 key features: loyalty center, permapoints. All right, for a gaming play, it's a hub or a platform. I like that. I would put this in the category maybe a Naka, maybe Gala. So, okay. For a gaming play, I'm kind of liking it. Will you see $60 again? I kind of doubt that, but then again, you know, the gamer crowd can get kind of crazy, but or not the gamer crowd, the gamer crypto crowd. Gamer crowds really, I don't think they even give a crap yet. Let's take, let's do this. Maybe they've heard of it over here. CWS Seascape Crowns. Let's take a look at it on Tokenmetrics. Trader wise, they got a buy on it. Circulating supply is 57. 5.7 million according here. $3.6 million market cap. Tiny. I'm feeling the itch. Initial token price was $13. What? Let's check out the technical analysis. Has got a high score right now. Should be an interesting formation there. Even at $3 million market cap. What about as an investor? Valuation grade is 98. They have word and stuff on it. 98.73%. Fundamental grade's 47. Yeah. Okay. Technology grade is, for a gaming play, it looks like it's a little lacking. I don't know. But valuation is 98%. Okay. So shout out to Juan, because this is starting to shape up as being a nice little gem pick for the Degens out there. Perfect play for Degen night. Juan, you just made Degen night. Congratulations, my man. I think you brought us a true Degen play right here. It looks interesting. All right, I'm liking it. And we're not giving it our blessing, but we're saying it looks really good. And at $3 million. I mean, a lot of people say these are really the high risk things, but I'm saying this is probably the low risk, because if you're throwing in just a little bit here, that little bit can turn into a lot pretty quick. This pumps up to a $30 million market cap, $100, and this thing can be $1,000 really quick. And a lot of my bags started out that way, throwing a little bit into something and then it went up. Throwing $500 into something, and now it's like a nice $2,500 bag. And I'm like, gosh, I wish I bought more. I've got several of those, so I like that. Now let's move on and let's look at the actual chart and see what it does. Sucks getting old. CWS, they got it on KuCoin as crowns. They've also got it on MexC. Who would have it first? Let's see what. Okay, this looks good. Oh, look at the chart on the day. Dudes, for real, dude. Yeah, for real. Shout out to Juan, man. He brought us gold here. He brought us a good one. Seriously. Look what Juan brought us. He brought us a double bottom. I know why. I know why you guys bring patterns like this to me. It's because you want to see this. I'm not stupid. I like it too. So when you find the double bottom pattern, or well, the family friendly, it's Bart Simpson's butt crack. And just already flagged out for us. So man, perfect timing on this one in my personal opinion. I like this. I'm going to zoom out the weekly. So my thoughts on it, to answer your question, is it's in prime place for the investor to come in and snag this little guy up. It's a game and play. It looks like it's got promise. It's tiny, $3 million market cap. Looks like they got games are ready to play, not vaporware, but I mean, we haven't tested it out. There's still more due diligence to do that needs to be done. But from what information that I do have, I do like. On the weekly, we got bullish crosses of the 9 over the 100, the 21 over the 100. We're being popped out of this red Ichimoku cloud. A little sliver of green over here, which I'm always looking for. The little sliver of green usually means we're getting ready to go for a ride. We came down, we did a little bottoming, double bottom, so we got a belt line, so to speak. Can't really see it so much on the weekly. But if I spell it out there, automatically we have got a measured move to shoot for a target. So we can know from these patterns, we can reliably expect price to go to 189. It's currently at 63 cents right now. But then look at all this. There's nothing really there that's going to stop price from continuing on up to the higher area. So I think on this one, it's really a good idea to zoom the freak out. Let's go from this other high where it was $18. Yeah, it was $18 before. It dropped down to 3 and then went back up to 18. And this is the first time I've ever really paid attention to this one or heard of it. $461 is a main target that I would look at just getting in here at the bottom. So that's kind of cool. In my book, my analysis is got to get above that to start making its way to the higher high. Well, I mean, that just makes sense anyway, but getting above that means it's getting back to play the game that it was playing over here to make higher highs. And then that brings us over to these areas for a longer term play. I mean, this is make a good midterm hold, in my personal opinion. And that's how I would play it. And I've already feel the FOMO of getting into a accumulation zone. I think if you're going to look at your trading strategy, and if you're going to say, put FOMO into categories, if your coin is in an accumulation zone, I think you can give yourself a pass to FOMO, especially this part of the market. I think you can give yourself a pass to FOMO. But now getting out of accumulation zone, I don't think you should ever give yourself, or very rarely give yourself permission to FOMO. But being in this part, yeah, it's more likely to go in your favor than against you because you're at the bottoms. Clearly you're at the bottoms. It either dies in the middle of a bull market, which is unheard of, unless it's a rug pull. But it doesn't look to be a rug pull. It looks to be legit. Oh, you got you up here. But let's say maybe she doesn't make her all-time highs, right? She got up to about $60. Let's say it's not as strong as a project to make it up there, right? With these areas right over here are juicy, about $14. First major place that if I were playing this long term to look at for making, you know, to do a serious reevaluation. Am I going to stay in this one? Let's see if it can ride up higher. How's it doing? Is at $37. If she does make a higher high than what she did last time, I know it sounds crazy right now, but if things are looking bullish here at $38, it could possibly double that up to $76. So interesting. We're about what, 60 something cents right now, something like that, right? If it makes it up to $37, that's 4,000% gains. So where are you? And okay, so let's take a look on the smaller time frames. Well, what's going on now with you? Rounding shape, possible cup and nice cup and handle. Price rose into it and made a lip, as opposed to the ones where usual price is just coming down from somewhere, and you know, we got a solid. That's a solid lip where price rose into it. That's one of the main key factors for truly finding a cup and handle, and I'm anal about it, unfortunately. That's too flippantly used out there. This is on a bigger time frame, and that's nice rounded shape. It's not jaggy. We're not getting something like this and say, oh, look, a cup and handle to the upside. We got the legit freaking thing going on right here. So, dang, man, Juan, my man, that's awesome. You have brought me a piece of art, my friend. This is a work of art. I don't care how you look at it. Let's play this little sucker like it. Oh, we already got the measure move up there to 189, so we're good on that. Now we just got to watch and make sure that we don't lose these areas. And where could we find it cheaper? She does look poised to come back down here at about 55 cents. So just saying, man. 55, 57, anywhere through there looks pretty juicy to buy this little guy. Even if you don't want to hear, I know you don't want to hear this. I know this sucks, but we are looking for a possibility for altcoins to come down, right? And I know it sucks, but what if this wasn't the handle? What if we're still doing the handle? The only thing is, we really don't want to come down past. Yeah. Scrap that idea. That invalidates our cup and handle pattern. Don't want to do that. We need the 618 area to hold. If it falls much below, say if it falls below this wick over here, that's going to invalidate this pretty much. The cup and handles, the handled price needs to stay above about 66% of the way, 2/3 of the way down. It needs to. We don't need to fall more than 2/3 is what I'm trying to say. So we need this little bottom third here. So it can come down a little bit, but yeah, I would say coming down below this little guy, it would pretty much invalidate us, 48, 47 cents. But I'm not saying that she's going to, because there's also another trend line. But it's respecting fairly much. No, it's not. It's not respecting it at all and let it fall. Oh, it's ticklers down here. It's the backup one right there that also kind of gives us this 55 cent area. Especially if I go to the wicks. If I go to the candle bodies, it kind of lines up with it. We're looking for a bounce. I am. I liked it. CWS, man. That's the 8 hour. What are you looking like on the 2 hour? You coming down, baby, coming down. I like you out there. Excuse me. Gonna have to move dry powder if I want to do that. I like it. I like it. And Tokenmetrics. So this is pretty good. Technology grade could be a little bit better. Fundamental grade could be a little bit better, but valuation grade is very low. We looked at it. I think you can give some competition at the $3 million market cap. Adding a zero to get put on another exchange or something. Get put on somebody else's radar to maybe add another zero. I mean, there's at least a 10x. At least. I mean, come on. If she's legit, and that's me sandbagging a bunch. A 10x is nothing in crypto at a $3 million market cap. This thing can go through a $300 market cap. If it's worth its salt, if they're doing what they're doing. We did not check GitHub. Let's do that one last thing. I feel a lot better after, because I'm hyping this one. Apparently, don't listen to me. I'm just a dude on the internet. I just found out about this one. I don't know anything about it. I'm not saying FOMO into it. I'm saying put it on your radar. It looks like it could be good. Do your own due diligence. Be a man or a woman. Be an investor. I got to see GitHub. That's what I want to see. I just want to see that they've been actually doing some stuff. Audits 8 months ago, contracts 8 months ago, migrations last year, tests 2 years ago. See, now I was assuming, oh, they're a gaming thing, you know that they're updating, and haven't been updating lately at all. So that's something to consider here before you get. But it can still play out. Remember that 618 fib area? Hype in game sectors, just hype in the sector alone is going to pump this thing up if it's out there. And let's also check Twitter. So I'm seeing a little bit, I would like to see a little bit more going on here. 8 months ago, it did something, updated the new CSS final audit report. August 3rd, 2023. And they reverted Old Crown Token Modify constructor name. Remove the compile warning. What does that mean? All right, and one other thing to check on that. See, we did get up. Let's check their Twitter. Gosh, we've not done the news, man. I mean, to do that early on, the coin news. So this is the Twitter site, Seascape Network, Block Lords. They joined September 2020. Linktree. This is the pin one. The burning wave at Seascape begins now. Don't miss your chance to earn permapoints by burning your old NFTs. Dive into the action and ignite excitement in the Seascape ecosystem. All right, what have you put up lately? Fight your way up to the leaderboard. Okay. How many followers you got over here? 103,000 followers. That's about 103,000 more than what I've got. I'd say they're doing better than I am. There you go. Hey, it's time for some juicy altcoin news. Before I forget. Oh, for the love of God. How do you screw this up? You had this. You had me at hello. How did you switch on for it? There. Oh, okay, cool. I don't understand this thing. But anyway. Today in the altcoin news. GBT outflow, $643 million. Coinbase lists ATK, Akash, and adds ARC-M to its roadmap. Fidelity amends spot Ethereum ETF, including staking, Lido, SSV, RPL. AVO launches Athena's native token, ENA, in their pre-launch category. Algorand to integrate Python on March 27th. Cody launches $10 million reward program to support B2 token rollout. CVC Civic hints at revealing a significant announcement on March 26th. Hinting maybe an announcement. I don't know. Maybe, may not. I don't know. D-Mails released a staking feature. FTM Andre Conjure. I can say this. I can say it. You can say it, dog. Andre Conje and return. And actively promoting Phantom Sonic. Space ID, Space has launched ID staking features. The first airdrop will be ZK. Interesting. With a snapshot date and details to be announced soon. PHB Phoenix plans to roll out the Gen AI depth to image model this week. PHB. Not been looking into you. I didn't know you were into that kind of thing. Fire Vulcan Forge has announced it will soon launch staking features. UNFI. Coinbase will suspend trading on Unify protocol on April 1st. Suck. Glad I found that out. Actually, I have UNFI. Now I gotta look at you. Vanry hints at unveiling a big announcement tomorrow at GDC 2024. Go Vanry. Slurf Debs burned $10 million worth of LP token, according to Rakwang. Slurf has potential to be a blue chip meme coin for this cycle. I heard that the number's starting to go up after that snafu was kind of thrown out there. So this is pretty much how our new paradigm is unfolding. Face, you think the Finky money moves into Bitcoin, causing prices to surge, and then meme coins are outperforming Bitcoin, and we see threads philosophizing the meme coins. The money then flows back into Bitcoin, causing prices to surge, and then it comes out and goes into meme coins, which are outperforming meme coins, as we see threads philosophy of meme coins. There's the news. Hope you enjoyed it.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say
so
thank you.
smooth.
Thank you very much.
One says, thanks for your input. Hey, man, thanks you for bringing that project. That's pretty cool. Dave P says, I just got wicked out my long. Oh, man. I'm actually got a little short going on Bitcoin right now. Take one last look here at Bitcoin tonight. Let's get on me chart that we started with on the 6 minute. How have you progressed so far? Are you breaking my trend line? We get people too freaked out over this. This was the possibility we're talking about. I'm looking here, right here. So you went through there, you've hit those two bottom targets and they're continuing down. So it's not that you had your reversal here on the 6 minute. So signs are pointing that, I mean, we could still reverse here. It looks like. Don't be the 1 minute man, for the love of God. Please don't be the 1 minute. You did it. You went to the 1 minute. I haven't yet made it above the 200 moving average on there. So, This is our really our major trend line. This is really our stronger trend line right here. This little guy just proved out to be nothing. So let's get rid of him. 63,391 might be on the ballpark for Bitcoin. And then when we come over to total 3, where our altcoins are right now. Ooh, baby, they're taking a nosedive. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Are you seeing the juicy buys that might be coming in as money comes down on the altcoins? If you got the dry powder, you might want to start making a plan for it. If you see a bounce on total 3, not before, wait for that confirmation, baby. But I know you, DEGEN. It's hard. It's hard. I understand. I feel you. I know. But watch this Bitcoin come down. Get them Bitcoin shorts. I'm not saying short now, though. Wait till you come back and you test your 200 moving averages and your 100 moving averages. Then short. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back again tomorrow or tomorrow night again. I'll bring some coins, you bring some coins, and sometimes we just get into something nice and juicy, which I think that's what we did tonight. Appreciate you for hanging out. True Daredevil says, I can't complain, Dave, in a bullish market. We are in a very bullish market. Just give it some time, baby. Bitcoin's going to be all right. Got that big money still coming in. We just got them cleverly trying to pry it out of our cold, dead hands. They're having a hard time doing it, though. They realize that. Remember, I will get that for you tomorrow night. I do have to run right now, though. I do. But I will definitely get that for you. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to bid you farewell. Very carefully, trade wisely. Tomorrow's Tuesday. It is a rough week with the FOMC and all that stuff coming out, so they will be taking advantage of that, the market makers, but there'll be some juicy prices. I'd advise you to, don't advise you, but I'm just saying it's a good time to own your favorite best projects, add a little more. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you hit no one. You was star, blew it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no.
Hello, friends. Bobby Joe Rumblemaker right here telling you about the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dawg Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there. And they're adding to it every week. So if you want to be profitable, right there you can go. And it's all for a like and a subscribe till you get all the answers you need over at the Road Dawg. Happy trading, y'all.
It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This crypto rival, the real drives you out. Let's hit the line.